All right, let's get into it. Ready to dive deep into some awesome money habits.
Always ready for a deep dive.
Yeah.
Mm.
Especially into stuff that can help us build wealth faster.
Definitely.
But we're not talking about, winning the lottery or anything like that.
Yeah.
This is practical, everyday stuff.
Exactly. That's what I like about it.
It's like 10 habits that could really level up your finances, but it's like one step at a time.
Yeah. It's not a get-rich-quick scheme. It's consistent, steady progress.
So, like, one of the first things that really stood out was just, like, knowing where your money's going in the first place.
The good old budget.
Budgeting, yeah. I used to think it was a total drag.
Oh, yeah.
But I found this app, and it, like, turns saving into a game. It's addictive, actually.
Yeah. There are some really cool apps out there, right? But I think more importantly, it's about that mindset shift.
Mm-hmm.
It's not about restricting yourself. It's about making conscious choices about your money. Where's it going? And is that actually in line with what, your values are, your goals are?
Yeah, I love that. And speaking of aligning your spending with your goals, pay yourself first. It's always been a big one.
Yeah, it's like the golden rule, right?
It is. It's the golden rule. Automatically put like a chunk of your income into savings or investments before you do anything else.
Yeah.
Why does that work so well? I mean, it seems simple, but
it's all about the power of compound interest. The snowball effect.
Okay.
Like, imagine this. You save $500 a month, start when you're 25. Let's say you get a 7% average return.
Okay.
By the time you're 65, you could have over $1 million.
Wow. See, this is why I get so excited about this stuff.
Yeah.
It's not just like theory, it's real results. But, what happens when we get a raise and suddenly we have more money to play with? Our source talks about lifestyle inflation, spending more as you earn more. Have you seen this?
Oh, all the time.
Yeah.
All the time. I think it's natural to, get used to a certain level of comfort. And as your income increases, you want to maintain that or even, upgrade a little bit.
Yeah.
And societal pressures, marketing, all those things fuel it as well. The key is to be aware of that tendency and have strategies, in place to kind of combat it.
Totally.
Our source suggests things like setting spending limits or practicing delayed gratification, really thinking before you spend.
Yeah, making intentional choices instead of just getting swept up.
Exactly.
Yeah, I love it. And speaking of seeing those results, our source highlighted this case study of a 25-year-old who saved $100,000 in 3 years.
Yeah. Incredible, right?
It's just insane.
What's inspiring about this case study is that it shows that it doesn't matter, how old you are. There's no secret formula. It's about discipline, consistency, and starting early, even small amounts. It's proof that these habits really can lead to those results.
I mean, that is like the perfect example of consistent action really paying off. And that kind of leads us into investing.
Yeah.
Our source really emphasizes investing consistently, even if it's just small amounts, rather than waiting for the perfect time. What do you think about that?
Yeah, trying to time the market is it can be really difficult, and you could miss out on potential gains by waiting on the sidelines. Consistent investing, on the other hand, helps you ride out those market fluctuations.
Yeah. Okay.
And benefit from that long-term growth.
Makes sense. So it's like two different approaches, right?
Yeah, you could think about it as active investing versus passive investing.
Yeah, okay.
Active investing, that's like being a chef, carefully selecting each ingredient, which in this case would be stocks. Passive investing is more like using a pre-made mix, diversifying your investments across the whole market through index funds or ETFs.
So it's like choosing between a gourmet meal and a reliably delicious one-pot dish.
Exactly.
Both can be great.
Yeah.
It just depends on, how much time and energy you want to put into it.
Your risk tolerance, how hands-on you want to be.
Exactly. Now, this next one, I think, could really boost anyone's financial game. And our source mentions it too. Diversifying those income streams.
Multiple income streams. Love it.
Side hustles, passive income. What's the advantage of having more than one income stream?
Well, think of it like this. Diversifying your income is like having multiple pillars holding up your financial house.
Okay.
If one pillar weakens, the others are still there to support you.
That makes sense.
Right. It makes you more resilient, to economic changes.
Yeah.
Like if you lose your job, you have something else to fall back on.
It's like a financial backup plan.
Exactly.
Okay.
Okay.
So we've talked about managing money, making it grow, but what about setting a direction? Goals, yeah. Our source talks about smart financial goals. Specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. Why are those so important?
Setting clear goals is like having a financial roadmap, it keeps you focused, motivated, and it makes like all those everyday habits we've been talking about even more meaningful. Like instead of just saying, I want to save more, which is kind of vague.
Yeah.
A smart goal would be, I want to save $10,000 for a down payment on a condo in the next 2 years.
That's so much better. It's specific. You can track it.
Exactly. And you regularly review your goals to keep yourself accountable and adjust if you need to.
I totally agree. Having that clear destination in mind makes the whole journey way more purposeful.
Yeah.
Our last but not least, our source is a big advocate for a solid emergency fund. Having 3 to 6 months of expenses saved up for, anything unexpected. Why is it such a game changer?
An emergency fund is your safety net, It gives you peace of mind. And it can help you avoid going into debt if something comes up, like a medical bill.
Right, or a car repair.
Exactly.
Those things always seem to happen at the worst time.
Always.
So it's like having that financial cushion so you can handle those things without, throwing off your whole plan.
Yeah, stay on track.
Okay, so we've covered a lot. We've got budgeting, paying yourself first, avoiding lifestyle inflation, consistent investing, diversifying income, setting those smart goals, and of course that emergency fund. That's a lot to digest.
It is.
What do you think is like the most important takeaway for our listeners?
All these habits are important. They work together. But if I had to choose just one to start with, set clear financial goals.
Okay.
Having those goals in place, that's going to give you the motivation and direction to, make those other habits stick.
Yeah, totally. Makes sense. I'm already thinking, what other wealth building habits are out there, like maybe some that our source didn't even mention. Makes you wonder, right?
Always good to keep learning.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But more importantly, what habit are you going to try first? Maybe setting up that automatic transfer to your savings or looking into a side hustle. It's up to you.
Building wealth, it's a journey, not a destination, Enjoy the process, stay committed, and you got this.
You got this. I love it.